We got to get to that breaking news we told you about right before the commercial there. The Justice Department is now apparently shelving an investigation into former President Biden's use of an autopen, according to somebody briefed on the matter, talking to NBC News. This is a setback for President Trump. Remember, he has over and over again slammed his predecessor for using the autopen to sign stuff. I want to bring in Ryan Reilly, who's on the team of this reporting, along with our Monica Alba. What do we know? What's happening?
So an investigation that I think most legal experts across the board would say, what is even the charge here, is now closed, right? That should be the initial question that you're looking into when you're starting an investigation. What criminal charge are we looking at here? And they couldn't really answer that question. And that's,
meaning there's no using an autopen does not break a law. That's
right.
The assessment that the DOJ made. Correct,
exactly. And they've been talking to folks, in the Biden world and around this. There have been letters sent. Ed Martin, who is the weaponization czar and was temporarily the U.S. attorney in the District of Columbia, started this investigation. And of course, now Jeanine Pirro, who's the former Fox News host, has known Trump for a long time, is overseeing the department when they're closing this out. But I mean, this all happens at around the same time. That, remember, just last month, the Justice Department tried to indict 6 sitting members of Congress for what experts widely agree was plainly protected free speech, and that caused a lot of pushback here. This investigation didn't even get to that stage where you're presenting it before a grand jury, because you have to know what case you're presenting before a grand jury.
Does that mean this is really the end of it? And I asked because President Trump repeatedly has slammed. I mean, we talked about it in the introduction there, but like if you listen to it, I mean, he will bring the autopen use up. He talks about it a lot. It's a picture in the White House, et cetera.
Yeah, I mean, I think he can continue to make that case. It's just, what is the criminal charge here? And that's usually the first question that you ask when you're starting to open a probe. But that was not exactly how this worked, because, they very much so liked the idea, Ed Martin, of making this a public thing, a public spectacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan Reilly, more reporting potentially to come. Thank you. Appreciate that, as always.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or watch live on our YouTube channel.